Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Insightwithtayo. I'm your host, Tayo Aina, and today I have a special guest in the house to discuss a very aesthetic topic. Um, Everyone always want to look beautiful, want to look flashy, want to portray the look of beauty every time they're being seen or looked at. But there's some individuals who are specifically walking around that aestheticness that you see on social media, in events, and everywhere you go around the world. And this is what prompted me to bring someone who looks into beauty, making you look gorgeous both in parties and everywhere you go. That's what she does. Her name is Stacy Oroko. She's an esthetician and a cosmetologist. So today, that is what we are going to be discussing about the world of glamour, beauty, and the rest of it. Stacy Okoro, welcome to Insight Retire.
Thank you. Hi everyone. My name is Stacy Oroko, aka Stacy Moi from Chicago. Yeah, Stacy from Chicago, and yeah, I'm happy to be here to share my own story, my journey as a beautician and a skin therapist.
Well, honestly speaking, I know that from my own calculation, I think 50% of the no, I think there's like 70% of the parties that I've attended in Chicago,
Yeah.
you are behind the glamour.
Yes.
But like, let's rewind back. How did the love for what do you call it again? Esthetician,
and cosmetologist.
and how did he come about?
Okay, so for aesthetics, I just started doing aesthetics from last year, but the makeup itself, like cosmetics, cosmetology, which is makeup and hair, I've been doing that for like 14 years now, since the final year in Unilag. So
Oh,
I actually, when I was in Unilag, I was in microbiology, and in my final year, I was like, you know what? My roommate, she would always have nice brows to go to
wow.
school, to go to class. And that was how it started. I was like, wow, my brows is always nice. I want to like learn how to do that for myself. So it wasn't like I wanted to do it for people. I just wanted to learn it to do for myself. And while I was like trying and all of that, I started having passion for it. And that got me here. 14 years in the business, and I really, really love it.
So like, this passion started from while you were in university in
University,
Nigeria,
yes.
and you've been able to grow yourself, improved on different phases of life, and
Yeah.
try to like grow your brand.
Yeah.
So like, as to be who you are right now, what are the would you say are the challenging moments that you faced while trying to become?
At first, being a microbiology and moving to being a makeup artist at that time, it was like, are you okay? Like, what are you doing? What happened to your degree? But I never knew. One thing about life is you just have to go with your guts, right? I wanted to learn it for myself, but I think life was actually preparing me for what was ahead, because I didn't know at that time I was going to come to the States. That was not in my thoughts in any way. The plan was for me to graduate and go to the hospital to work in the lab, right? And when I got the visa, my friend who was here, she was like, you need to do more of this because you're going to make a lot of money from it. So I decided to learn more. But when you come to the States, it's different. You don't know what to expect, you don't have any clients, and all of that. But I have a dream, a vision for the business. So I just kept going. It's not easy because then when you don't have any clients, how do you grow? But I just kept putting myself out there. Sometimes I do free makeup just to, get people to know what you're doing. And yeah, that's how I was able to get here.
So like, you've been in the game, and I'm sure you've done so much events that you're proud of yourself.
Yeah.
So do you think that social media has changed the beauty game?
Oh yes, it's every year. I tell people who, like, for me personally, I don't like to stay in one place when it comes to the beauty business, because every year there's a new thing and you have to follow the trend, because then when your client comes, they want you to do what is trending. So you have to always keep up your game. Like you have to always, every year I'm like, okay, what's new? I want to learn what's new. I want to get in the game because it's like makeup started in, as some people don't know this, it started in Egypt many years ago. You know, when you watch the Egyptians, they have like
Yeah, the
black liner and
linings.
all of that. So it started back then. And you can see how far it's come. Now it's like every girl wants to be looking her best. There's a new way of doing the makeup. There's a new process. Before it was starting with the brows, now it's starting with the skin. Everything is different. So you have to just keep up with the trend. And yes, social media has changed it a lot. A lot.
So basically, like most times when you get a client, it's based on what they've seen on social media
Yeah.
that they're now bringing to you to try to put onto them.
Yes, they even show you pictures of what they want, and then you have to recreate the same thing that they are showing to you because then they're paying you for it, right? So you want to give them what you're paying for, and when they show you that, you have to make it look the same because when you don't, it's like, oh, this is what I want, what I got, but that's what I paid for, you know. So yes, you have to always put your games up, like improve yourself.
So
It's not about what A is doing or what B is doing. It's you. Like, how do you want people to recognize you? So you have to always put in the efforts, you know?
also, like I feel like in the world of beauty,
Yeah.
makeup, cosmetics as well, like 10 years ago, it was a different way.
It was totally different. I'll tell you, 10 years ago, probably like everybody was just doing brows anyhow. But now people are specific about the brows. I want my brows to be lifted. I want my brows to look this way. So, and you want to be able to give them that. They don't want the makeup of 1999. They want makeup of 2025. You know, so you have to give them what they want. And shout out to Nigeria because they're killing it with the makeup game. Like they are really pushing us out. Like we in the diaspora are like trying to keep up with Nigerian makeup artists and hairstylists. They're really big in the business and they are doing different things every time. And people like us want to get like in the system so we're together.
Trying to align with them as well.
Yes.
So like looking at that area as well, like if someone could only do, like talking about like the skincare, like a lot of people have their own skincare routine, how they try to like keep themselves. So if someone could only do three things to keep their skin healthy every day, what would you tell them to do? Recommend?
Drink a lot of water.
Oh wow.
Drink a lot of water. Stay hydrated as much as you can. It helps with your skin. Change your pillowcases. A lot of people don't do that. Change your pillowcases. Drink a lot of water, and always remember to wear sunscreen. It's very important. I went into aesthetics last year because being in the makeup industry for a long time, I get asked questions, especially with my clients. When they come to sit down with me, they have like skin problems, and I'm not able to confidently say something to them like, okay, this is what I would recommend you to do because I'm not licensed. I don't know anything about skincare at that time. So I was like, no, I want to be able to be like in that place where I'm confident to tell them this is what you should do. It's not about, because having a good makeup starts with a good skin, right? So I decided to go back to school to study aesthetics so that I can have my license one and also to be confident when I'm like helping my clients with their skin problems and recommending things that can help them have a healthy skin and a glowing skin. So yes, drink a lot of water, helps your skin, and sunscreen, even if it's winter time or summer, just use the sunscreen. It helps a lot.
And honestly speaking, about like changing the pillowcase, I think a lot of people
Yes.
misunderstand that. Like, it's actually very, very important because I think when you sleep, I think I remember watching something that like
Yeah.
there's some bacteria that like
Of course, like people who have acne skin are always like breaking out, and then sometimes they're like, "But I'm using my skincare products that's supposed to be helping me to kill the acne to improve my skin." But then when you go back to bed, you're going back to the same bed where you laid yesterday with whatever you had on your face, and then in the morning you do a skincare routine and go back to that same bed. So it's recommended for everyone to change their pillowcases, their bed sheet every 2 weeks.
Mm.
and put a fresh one so that you can help your skin to, be healthy.
That's very important because I never, honestly speaking, there's a particular time in my life where I always like have this acne, and
Yeah.
I someone told me that I should consider changing my pillowcase as often
Yeah.
as I can,
Yeah.
and I try to do that. And honestly speaking, if I see a dot on my skin right now,
Yeah.
I definitely know it's my pillowcase.
Yeah.
So I kind of like understand that it's very, very vital to change that as
Yes,
often as you
it
can.
is. It is. It's important because you go out every day, and aside from many things, you're touching a lot of things. Wash your hands, sanitize your hand, have a sanitizer because you're always touching things. And then sometimes you pick up your phone has dirt,
Yeah,
you
your
put it on
face
your
again.
face. If you have acne skin, you have to be careful of how you're transferring things
It's
to
your
your
face.
face because then it's just like your skincare is not working. Why
Okay.
is it not working? It's not the product. Sometimes it can be the product, but
Product.
now it's not the product. It's what you're doing for yourself,
So.
like what you're doing on your skin by yourself. So it starts with you making sure that you are not introducing these bacteria into your skin by your hands,
Yes.
your pillowcases, and the kind of like lifestyle you keep up.
So now you spoke about products, right?
Mhm.
And the products we apply on our skin goes a long way.
Yes.
So like we see products that have the same chemical compounds that are cheaper and ones that have the same chemical compounds but are more expensive.
And
Like,
more
are
expensive.
there like differences between the cheaper creams and the most expensive cream? What's your take about the pricing?
Pricing don't actually. Okay, what I'll say is this: for makeup, we have the drugstore, we have high ends, right? The high ends are the expensive ones. That means those products are not they're cruelty free, so they're not tested on animals or whatever. They don't have any chemical that
Okay.
is harmful on your skin. Now the drugstore have chemicals. That's why I say drugstore. So there
Oh.
are chemicals used on those products. That's why they're cheaper.
Oh.
They can cause you any kind of skin reaction or whatever, but the high ends you have less problems with those products. Now when you're talking about skincare itself is not even about the price of the product that you are using. It's about what skin type do you have first,
Hmm.
and is it the right product that you're using for that skin type. Because I had a client who came in to have her facials done, and she thought she had oily skin. But after I did the skin analysis for her, I realized that she actually had dry skin. There was no oil under the wood lamp. The wood lamp is actually what shows you what is the oil under your skin. Like what is under your skin. If you have dark spots, hyperpigmentation, you'll be able to see it under the wood lamp. And when I use the wood lamp, like your skin is dry. I can't see any oil under your skin. But this is somebody who actually thought that she had oily skin and she has been using oil like dry skin product to prevent oil. So it was making her skin more dry
Dry.
and flaky. And then it's when your skin is too dry and flaky, it starts aging. So I was like, no, you're using the wrong products. So we have to go back to your product and see what you're supposed to use and what you're not supposed to use. So the pricing is one thing, but another thing is what skin type do you have? Do you have oily skin? Do you have dry skin or normal skin first? Then from there you can decide what skin product is right for my skin type. Because then if you're oily and then you're using oily skin product, you're adding more oil to your skin. And that's because you don't know that you're not supposed to be using that, right? So that's why it's recommended that you go in for facials because they don't always just do the facials for you, but they help you to analyze your skin so you know what Fitzpatrick skin type you are. So that by that time you will know. Now you move forward like, okay, I know I have oily skin. When you see a product that has oil, you will not even touch it. And then you know the right product to buy and use on your skin. And
So
that way you have good skin.
so it's very advisable to the first thing you need to know is to understand the kind of your skin type.
Yes.
So that would help you to understand the kind of product you
You
could
use on your
apply on
yeah.
your skin.
So it's
Oh.
not about the price. You can have a product like CeraVe, and they're very nice. They're affordable, right? And they work on your skin, right? But is it the right ingredients that you're supposed to be using for your skin?
Hmm.
So if you have maybe dry skin and then you're buying and you know that you have dry skin and then you're buying CeraVe that is like hydrating for your skin and you're using it and your skin is glowing, it's working. It doesn't matter the price. You understand? It's your skin type first that determines what products you're going to use on yourself.
So like let's go a little bit about your career and how you've been able
Yes.
to revolve around this. So I'm sure like in as much as you've been, been a very positive driver and you've been able
Yeah.
to achieve what you have. So for you personally, what would you say that is one mistake you feel you made and that as that you've learned a lot of valuable lesson from and that you feel would never happen again?
Hmm. I think trying to please all my clients.
Trying to please all your clients.
that's that's major because I've gotten into a lot of trouble with that.
Hmm.
Um, when you start getting a lot of clients, it's a good thing and also a little more like a little bit of a bad thing because then there's a lot of pressure on you.
Oh.
When you build a relationship with your clients, they expect a lot from you.
Oh.
Now, when you're not able to give them that, it makes you look like a bad person. Some people call you unprofessional just because at that time you were not able to give them what they want. And the saying goes, your customers are always right.
Right.
So there's nothing you can do but like for me, um, recently, thankfully, my business has been, you know, um, building up really good. And I have a lot of clients who I really appreciate and I love them for, supporting my business. But I've also come to a place where I don't want to offend anyone. So what I would change is if I know that that day I have a bride, because I do get a lot of brides, I have brides and I want to be there for the bride. I want to make sure that the bride is perfect because it's a wedding day. I don't want to disappoint her. So I will start. What I've learned is to start saying no to my other clients. Like I'm not available. You can find somebody else
So you
because I'm
concentrate.
already booked, so I can focus on one
Oh.
person. And because I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to also please this person. And when the time is not working, this person is mad, and sometimes it's not personal. It's not like I'm intentionally trying to disappoint them, but the whole thing that is happening at that time, I cannot do all of them.
Love them.
So that has gotten me into like a lot of problems with my clients. Some of them have been angry. Some of them have even like blocked me from that. So it's something that I'm trying to change moving forward. Saying no, it's okay. It doesn't mean that you don't want to do what, like, you don't want to give them service. It's just that you don't want to disappoint them. You want them to be able to go somewhere else and have makeup and go to their parties because Nigerians want to look beautiful when they go out. So that's one thing I would definitely change. I think that has gotten me into a lot of problems with my clients, and yeah.
So that's pretty much good. You don't want to like be rub
Yeah.
yourself too much into one
Yeah.
circle. You want to be able to
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, this is what
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing and this is how I'm going to
Yes.
stick with this. That's pretty much right.
Mm-hmm.
And like looking at the fact that you've been able to establish like basically your establishment really went like global
Yeah.
basically when you moved to America.
Yeah.
At a particular stage in your life, are you thinking of establishing your business back home in your home country,
Oh yeah.
or you just want to stay here in America and get the market ground strong?
I have a vision for my business. I've always had that. It's just for me, I take one thing one step at a time. I don't
Comfortable.
like to put too much pressure on myself. And I just want to do things in a way that everything is going accordingly. So um, right now, I'm doing my school for aesthetics to get my license. And once that is done, that's like building. I'm graduating in a few weeks, so that's amazing.
Hmm.
I went into that because I want to get my license, and that will help me to kind of like scale more in the United States. But definitely, I have dream to establish in my country and grow. I want my business to be big, and that's just my personal, you know, vision for my business. I want to, I call it like a one-stop shop where you can come and get different things, get hair done, get makeup done, get skin services, consultation, all of those things that you would probably be going to different places to do. You just come to a place and then you get all of those services. So that's my vision, and I'm working towards that.
That's actually great, you know. That's
Thank
actually
you.
really great. So like, do you do any kind of training?
Oh yeah, I've in the past 2 years I've taught about 13 people.
Oh wow.
Yes, and that's why I'm just really grateful for where I am today with my business. And this is just an advice to every business person who is there. It's one step at a time. Sometimes it can be frustrating when you begin. You don't want to, you want to like, you like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's not going the way I want it. But being consistent and committed will take you where you want to go to. I never thought that at the end of the day, I'm going to be doing this full time. I, they call me Miss Booked and Busy, and I'm proud and thank God for that. So yeah, I I am taking one step at a time in getting to where I want to be, and seeing people who I've taught they are doing the business right now and making money for themselves. And one of them is actually working for me as my assistant. We go to places. So I want to get more assistants and get people to work for me so I can create jobs for other people in the beauty industry and help women to kind of like have business that of their own. When people reach out to me, I've even trained makeup artists who are already in the business, but they want to like upgrade their skills. They've come to me, and that means a lot to me. It just means that I'm doing the right thing and on the right track, you know. So yes, I'm happy and very grateful and thankful that when I see their work on Instagram, I'm like, yes, that's good. This person actually came to me. And some of them came without even knowing how to draw a brow. And
Wow.
now they are doing it as a business and making their own money. So that's good.
So like also like, you know, like this industry of this your industry, right?
Yeah.
Is pretty much mostly dominated by females.
Females.
How have you the male, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think at a particular point in time, I know there are few guys who are into that as well.
Yeah.
So, but how does it work? Like, do you still see more male going into the career at which you're in?
In the United States, the guys here are running the business because of the sexuality and all of that. Um, for me, I know that it's not about if you're female or male. It's about your talent. It's about your skill. It doesn't make you a woman if you're doing makeup. It doesn't make you a man or whatever. If you have the skill, if you can do it, just go for it. I see a lot of Nigerian guys who are tying gele and they do it really good and they're making money. So who cares if they're a man or a woman? As long as the business is paying you. Some people are really struggling in finding what business they want to get going to, to start, because nobody wants to do 9 to 5 forever.
Yeah.
So people are trying to find a business that they want to do and they've not, they're still figure out one thing. And then if you have that talent in your hands as a man,
put it to action.
Put it to action and make your money. Sometimes you even start with that and then you grow to a place where you actually have people working for you. You don't have to come there anymore. You just have a business, people are doing the work, even though you just have an idea about it. You've gone through the process, but now you don't want to do it anymore, but you want people out there doing it for you. So
That's pretty much nice. And back to like, I know like in a lot of industry,
yeah.
this one as well, like how lucrative is it? Like, is it do you how big is it? Like, do you guys really charge that? No, I think you guys really charge because I remember when my brother did his wedding.
Yeah.
I know you guys really charge.
Yeah.
Like, how lucrative is it?
The business is good. I'm not going to lie. For me to have to that, because I when I came to the States, I was doing babysitting job, and then I worked at daycare, and then when I was there, I was like, wait, what's happening? There are a lot of people calling me. They want to get makeup done and all of that, and then I had to check very well. Like I do makeup on 2 people, and I'm making $200 a day, and then I'm here 9 to 5, and it's like $80, and they'll still take their,
yeah.
what's going on? So I had to had to look at it very well. And I think also life has been pushing me to this. It's not like just about the money. For me, it's also passion.
Passion.
That's why I said, love what you're doing. When you love it, it's easy for you to scale. It's easy for you to grow because every day it's not about only the money. It's about the fact that you go to where you are happy.
You're happy home.
That's the key. So for me, I love the job. I love looking at the brides, looking at all of them, looking beautiful, hair and everything gives me joy. And so the pay is good. Then I decided, I'm like, wait, I haven't gotten this kind of amount of money doing 9 to 5. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to just focus on this and build myself. And that's what I'm doing. I just focus on my business and now I'm building myself so that it's going to be, I'm not going to say it's going to because it's already a brand. I do makeup, I do hairstyling and also facials and different kind of facial treatments. And I also sell wigs.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Your entrepreneurial skill is top notch right now. So I know, like, to my final question. So like there are most definitely individuals, like young adults, young, growing up individuals who are watching this right now and they want to like have a career like you. What advice would you give to them growing up and wanting to become,
a makeup artist? You have to first love to do it. You have to first love to do something to want to be that person. I started by just, I want to do brows because I was fascinated by how my roommate's brows was looking. And then when I started going into it, I was like, I love this. It's actually fun. And even though I had my own ups and downs, there was a time I had an accident. I couldn't even continue the makeup school back home in Nigeria. But when I was recovering and in the hospital, I was on YouTube
watching,
still learning. And for me, it's a learning process. Every time I always push people who know me, I always push myself to learn because I want to be the best for me, for myself, for my business. I'm my biggest competition, right? Not anybody else, not who is doing this. They have their skills, they have their style. This is me. So I want to grow myself. So my advice to you is if you love it and you know that you have a lot of patience because dealing with human beings is not easy. Now talk of clients, and when you grow, it's like some people stop coming to you because they cannot get that satisfaction that you're giving them because it's just them, you have all the time for them, you take on when they're late is okay because you only have 10 clients. But now you have 200 clients and when they're late they're messing up your next appointment. So you like, I can't take you anymore. Now it's a problem.
They might not want to come again.
Exactly. So you have to know how to kind of like balance everything together and also take it one step at a time. Always learn, always go for what is trending. That's the only way you can succeed in this business. Don't feel like you cannot do it. Push yourself. I had students who came to me and they were like, I don't know how to draw brows. I don't even know how to hold the pencil. And by the end of the class, they are doing well. And today, I'm like really proud that I had a student who came 2 weeks ago. She wanted to learn for herself. And on the first day, she was able to get it. So if you feel like you can do it, like you feel like, yes, it's something that when you're taught, you will get it, then go for it. And while in the process, just be patient because no business starts blowing after one month or two. It takes time. It takes time, but your commitment and consistency is what will take you far.
You've learned from the horse's mouth. I hope she's been able to, like, enlighten the viewers on the importance of being patient in the business. And it's not just about the business in which she's actually working around. In every career you decide to, or you find yourself in, is always good. There's always a learning curve. You need to be patient, but especially when you're dealing with people. And the fact that you're not dealing with people like try to like work a business deal, you are lean on their face, on their body. So
I mean, you have a bride who is depending on you to make her look beautiful on her wedding day. Like she paid you for it, you charged her, she paid you. Your duty is to make sure that at the end of the day, she's like, you snap.
You snap.
It's not to say, oh my God, you don't want to be the reason why they say I hate my makeup on my wedding day,
Yeah.
or I got disappointed by this makeup artist, or she didn't give me what I want. There was a situation that I was doing the makeup and somebody else was doing the hair, and she was not getting it.
Wow.
And they kept going on and on and on. Thank God I'm also a hairstylist. And the person doing the bridesmaids makeup, she knows me. So she came to me and was like, you have to step in to help. So I stepped in and were able to do the hairstyle for the girl.
Wow.
Now, how does that look on the hairstylist? That's why you have to just know what you're doing. If I feel like I'm going to mess it up, I don't
go
do
there.
it. Don't do it. Like if you feel like you're going to be able to kill it, do it. If you have to practice and practice and practice so that you're able to give them what they want, then do it. Just don't sit down and be in 1999 makeup artist. No, this is 2025. So you want to be in the trend. You want to be in this era to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I totally agree with you because like you don't want to feel on the spot, right?
No.
Because like the bride, she's the spotlight, right?
Yes.
She's the spotlight of the event.
Yes.
And also like if you look at it based on what we spoke about earlier regarding social media, after the wedding, everything's going to be on social media.
Everything. Now they want content. Now every bride wants a content. So if you're a makeup artist that don't know how to do content, they don't want to book you.
So wait, are you the one that directs the content?
They don't care. Just give me content. I want to be trending. So why should I not trend on my wedding day? I had a event planner reached out to me and she was like, there's a bride that wants to book you, but she was like, we still should be able to give me content. And I'm like, content? When did we start doing content? I thought exclusive is the one that would do the content. But I was like, okay, I mean, if she wants that, I love to do videos because then this is what I put on my page to also sell my business. But then I was like, okay, if that's what we're going to be doing now. Let's
so you add it to it.
So now it's not about just learning how to do the makeup and hairstyle. It's knowing how to do content. Because when you look at these weddings, especially in Nigeria, trust me, Nigerians, I love you guys. Like, oh my God, they are killing the game. I have clients from different parts of the world because when I came here, I decided to do more certification. I have 5 certifications in makeup artistry. I decided to learn from a Spanish makeup artist, from American makeup artist, and just to be able to
be diverse.
I don't want to stay only in just Nigeria. I want to learn from everywhere. And when all these other people who are from the other country they come, the picture they show me is from Nigeria.
Really?
My dear, yes. Everything is Nigeria. And I'm like, okay. So shout out to Nigeria. You guys are killing the game. And I have to just go and be looking at all my Nigerian makeup artists. I'm like, okay, let me see what you people are doing. Let me add this to myself. So now, when you look at the videos from Nigeria, it's content. The videos are when there's a wedding, it's trending all day. Now the American women want that. So if you don't know how to do content, forget it. They're not booking you.
Wow. Wow.
So that's a new thing in 2025. Be a good makeup artist and also know how to do content.
And the first part of it is that we're just getting started. 2020, like this is just in like 5 years from now, it's going to be a different.
Like next year is going to come. Last year, who cares about content? Just do my makeup and make me look beautiful. But now 2025 is like, I want content. Please. My bride last weekend, she was like, Stacey, did you get enough content? I'm like, so it's not just about the makeup. They also want to be able to repost because then when you're posting, they are reposting and then they're trending. And I don't blame them because you spend a lot of money on your wedding day. So you really want to be seen. You really want that to enjoy that day. And it's not about the outfit. Marriage is a big deal. So you want to be able to say, okay, I had a beautiful wedding at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's a memorable one. So it's one to remember and it's one to really hold tight to.
Yes.
Honestly speaking though, like this has been an amazing episode.
Yeah.
And I'm really, really happy that you were able to, to make it here and share your insights on your career and how, you were able to work around things from having your undergrad in microbiology,
Oh yeah.
working on your passion, and your passion is actually is bringing you
Bringing
money,
me money and taking me far.
taking
Like
you
you
far.
guys, microbiology will be fine. Like, what's microbiology when God bless me with the talent? Like, I know a lot of people who are trying to get into business, and I'm just happy to be one person who would say I already have a business. It's just for me to continue pushing myself forward, which is something I do on a daily basis. People don't see behind the scene, but you do a lot of things to kind of like take your business where you want it to be. So yeah, I'm happy to be here to share my own story because I know a lot of people just like they know Stacy Moore, but they don't know me. So for me to come, this is my first time doing this, and I'm really happy and I enjoyed the time. And if you have any questions, throw it to Tayo. He will reach out to me with your questions, and I will give it to him, and he will be able to share that with you.
Most definitely.
But then you can also he will share my Instagram if you want to like reach out to train or to learn more. Just ask questions. Feel free. I'm very, very open to receiving all of you.
Yeah, so if you have a questions, Instagram is definitely going to be there. I'm going to be posting her
Yes.
Instagram handle so you can follow her. What's your Instagram handle again?
Stacy_MUA. So the Stacy is with the E's. STACEY_MUA.
So you've heard it. She's landlord. And honestly speaking, in Chicago, where I live,
Yeah.
she's number one. Like she's everywhere.
Stacy Moore,
She's
Chicago.
she's always contacted. She's always busy, and I'm sure someone's already here.
Oh my God!
I know you're already.
I had a 4 days back-to-back wedding last weekend. I'm just recovering from that, and I'm grateful. This is not a place coming from like being too proud. I'm thankful to God because I put in the work. Like I said, people don't see behind the scene. I'm one person who is always working hard. I hustle. I hustle because this is one thing that I want to be like a brand for myself. I want to be able to grow me, my brand, my business, myself. So I put in the work, and then when I'm seeing it paying off like that, I'm really happy and thankful to God for the grace. So yes.
So you've heard it. The landlady has spoken. Anyways, thank you very much for watching Insightwithtayo.
Thank you.
Follow me on Insightwithtayo, YouTube Insightwithtayo, Twitter Insightwithtayo.
Yes, follow Insightwithtayo.
Yeah, come here again. Have a good one and stay safe. Bye.
Bye.